Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I really hope it doesn't take me long to film this because we're currently having like a heat wave and I had to turn off the AC so that the audio would sound good. So it's about to get really hot and for some reason I chose to wear a sweater. This is just what I felt like wearing for this video and now I'm realizing it might not have been the best choice. Oh well, I'm hoping this doesn't take too long to go through. So my plan for today's video is to kind of do like a debt confessions, like go through all of my current debt and then kind of tell you my current plan for paying off said debt. And this plan is subject to change, but I just kind of wanted to share like what my ideas were right now. And first of all, disclaimer, I am not an expert in finances. If you want financial advice or whatever, go to somebody who is certified to do so. I'm just sharing what I'm doing and please do not take it as accredited information. Currently, I am very fortunate because my mom is actually letting me stay with her to save some money for a little bit. So I have about a year that I will be rent-free and really don't have many bills or expenses. Obviously my student loans will be picking up here soon, but right now bills are at a minimum and I'm very fortunate to be in this situation and I'm trying to take full advantage of that by being smart with my money right now. So first thing I want to do is go through all of my debts. So I'm actually going to write them all out on a piece of paper, I think, just so I can kind of see them all and we can talk through it all. So let's change the scene a little bit so that we can get a good angle of me writing these out. Okay, so I'm just gonna write all of them out on a normal piece of paper here. So first of all, I don't have any credit card debt. I always pay off my credit card. I only have one credit card, but I always pay it off every month. So I never carry a balance on my credit cards. But all of my debt is loans and it is a hefty amount. But let's just go through them. I'm going to write out the loan. I'm just gonna give it a name based on what kind of loan it is and we'll just number them. And then the current balance, the interest rate, monthly payment, and then priority is what we'll talk about at the end for order of paying them off. I do feel like I need to add some lines to this here or it's gonna get kind of messy. Oops. Okay, that works. Okay, so let's just start with my first loan here. I'm pulling up my student loans on my computer, that way I can see them. I actually don't know exactly what order these came in, so how about we start? We're gonna split them up into, so I have unsubsidized loans and subsidized loans. So I guess we'll start with the unsubsidized loans first. So I'm just gonna number them based on how many, so start with unsubsidized loan number 1. This one has a current balance of $2,213. It doesn't show any cents, so I don't know if that's rounded up or down, but how come it doesn't show me the interest rate? Give me a second. I know there's a way to see this broken down more. Oh, here we go. I found a way to see them in order. So unsubsidized loan number 1 has a balance of $2,213 and an interest rate of 5.05. Let me move my computer so I can see it better. Okay, 5.05%. We will put in the monthly payments at the end because I have to use a calculator to find that out. But these are all currently in the grace period, but they start in November. So we'll just start by writing out the balance and interest first. So the next loan on here is a subsidized loan. So we'll put subsidized loan number 1. These are from my undergrad schooling. The current balance on that is $2,101. Nope, that's wrong. Just kidding. $3,500. I thought that sounded like a weird number for a subsidized loan. And interest rate on that is 5.05, but that one has not gained interest yet. And next one is an unsubsidized loan. So unsubsidized loan number 2. That one is the $2,101. Interest rate is 4.53%. Next is subsidized loan number 2. That one is $4,500. And that one is at a 4.53% interest rate. My handwriting is not the neatest, but legible at least. Next is another unsubsidized loan. There's a pattern going on here. And this is all still for undergrad. This is number 3. And this one here is for $2,041, and it has an interest rate of 2.75. Best one yet. And we have subsidized loan number 3, which has a balance of $5,500 and an interest rate of 2.75 as well. Unsubsidized loan number 4. I'm counting these right, correct? Yeah. Has a balance of $2,056 and an interest rate of 3.73%. Unsubsidized loan number 4. Subsidized loan number 4 has a balance of $5,500 and a interest rate of 3.73%. Okay, here's where they start to get a little more hefty. Okay, we have unsubsidized loan number 5. This one has a balance of $13,515 with an interest rate of 5.28%. And then we have unsubsidized loan number 6 with a balance of $21,506. An interest rate of 6.54. They just get grosser and grosser. And last, federal student loan, unsubsidized loan number 7. We have a balance of $13,526 with an interest rate of 7.05%. So that is 11 federal loans, and that is not all. I do have some private loans. So we have 11 federal loans. Let's get into the private loans, but that is a total of $75,958, I believe. Yes, it is. So federal student loans totaling up to $75,958. Now let's go into my private student loans next. Okay, my private student loans are through SoFi. So I just pulled those up, and we're just gonna call the first one oh, that's not the letter I meant to write. SoFi student loan 1. And let's just talk about the principal balance on this one, because actually I'll just go over what the current balance, actually I can't make up my mind. So the principal balance when I first took out this loan was $16,389, and now the current balance on it is $19,435.99. That is insane. $19,435.99. It has gained $3,046.99 of interest. That is insane. Insane. It makes me want to throw up. So the interest rate on this is 7.19%. Honestly, not too bad for a private student loan, but still not good. And that one is a 10-year loan. And now, second SoFi loan and last SoFi loan. SoFi student loan number 2. is, this one was at 18,718 and now it's at $21,157.11. This has gained $2,439.11 of interest. The reason this one hasn't gained as much as the other is because this one is newer than the other, but this one has a higher interest rate, which is 7.98%. So basically almost 8%. Whew, I don't know about anybody else, but this stresses me out a lot. So I guess let's just total this up on the bottom to start here. So total balance on my student loans. I'm going to cheat here actually and look at my total for my federal and then add my private. So federal student loans are $75,958, and let's add in both those private ones, $19,435.99 plus $21,157.11, and I get $16,551.10. That is insane. Let's write that here. $116,551.10. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. That's all I have to say. But hey, this got me my doctorate degree, so that's something. It's not like it was just my undergrad, but again, this number might seem like not that much to somebody, but it also might seem like way too much to somebody. So don't try to compare yourself too much because everybody's journey to student loans is different, but this is mine and that's what I'm sharing. Okay, so let's go ahead and figure out the minimum monthly payments. So since all of my loans are currently in their grace period until November, I actually don't have the minimum monthly payments. I think I got an estimate for my undergrad ones when I did my exit counseling through school, but I don't have the breakdown of each. So I actually found a website that calculates student loan like payments or whatever. It's actually could be used to figure out how fast you could pay them off and how much interest you'll pay over time. But when you put in the loan amount, interest rate, and loan term, it gives you the minimum monthly payment, which is really nice. I actually went on and figured out the minimum monthly payments not that long ago, so they should be the same. So I'm going to just speed through and add in all of these monthly payments, and then we'll come back to total it. Okay, so I know this looks crazy. Like my one minimum monthly payment is $436, and that is because it is a 5-year loan. So the minimum monthly is way higher when the rest of these are 10-year loans. So this kind of calculated out an average for each. Obviously, the ones that are gaining interest are going to get higher by the time my first payment comes. So these may increase a little bit more. But right now, my total minimum monthly payments is $1,487. That is hefty. So let's talk about priority here and how I decide that. So in an ideal, perfect world situation, if I was just paying these off right in a row, no problems, nothing stopping me from it, this is the order that I would do it in. So there's the avalanche method and the snowball method. I would follow the avalanche method. If you don't know what these are, snowball method would be taking your lowest balance and paying it off first. So for me, that would be this one right here, would be the lowest balance. And basically the idea behind the snowball is that you pay off your lowest balance, that knocks out $19 that you are responsible for a month, and you can take those $19 and put it towards the next highest, which for me would be this one here. And once you pay that off, you take this 22 plus that 19 and put it towards the next thing. And like the name, it snowballs as you have more and more money to put towards another debt each month, or not each month, but each time you pay one off. It's so hot in here, I need to hurry this up. Okay, So what I will be following is the avalanche method. So for the avalanche method, you go from the highest interest rate to the lowest, and it works out perfectly for me because the loan that is stressing me out the most is my one that's not actually the highest balance, but it's the second highest balance, highest interest rate, and highest minimum monthly payment because of it being a 5-year loan. This one here has a higher balance but a lower minimum monthly because double the time to pay it back. So if I'm looking at this here, my priority for paying them off would be, this one would be number 1, and then the next highest interest rate is my second private loan, no surprise there. So that would be number 2. Number 3 would be this one here actually. Even though it's a lower balance, it has a higher interest. And then next we have this one that's 6.54, and I don't think it's going to be exactly all the way up from here on out. But next one, 5.28 would be number 5. And then for this one, they're the same interest, so I would probably go with the lower balance first, maybe. I actually don't know what I would do in that situation at this moment, but that's what I'm going to rate them as now, because then I could get it gone faster. And then next would be these ones here. So again, I'm just going to go lower balance first. So we'll go 8 and 9, and then we have 10 and 11 and 12 and 13. 13 loans, that is something. So that is the order that I would pay them off if I was paying them all off in a row like that. At least right now, that's what I would do. But since I am only in my 20s, I honestly am mostly just worried about the ones that are above 6%. So like these ones here are my main focus right now. These ones aren't as bad. I think if I wanted to choose like paying off loans versus retirement, like these stress me out. These wouldn't as much and wouldn't make me hold back on putting money towards retirement. So that is that. I'm going to switch over to talking about my monthly budget and such next. I took a brief intermission to let the AC run for a little bit because I was dying, but I'm going to attempt to film even though my cat is trying to ruin everything basically. While I was taking an intermission, I was calculating my money left over on a monthly basis right now, which this is going to change a lot in the coming months. So I calculated it for what it is right now, then for when my health insurance kicks in, and then for when my loans kick in. So right now, left over on a monthly basis, I actually didn't calculate in putting in for like retirement stuff because right now I obviously don't have a 401k, so I have to wait a little bit to contribute to that. So I've been trying to contribute to a Roth IRA for now, but very minimal amounts. I'm gonna keep it kind of small amounts probably right now just because my main focus is paying off these loans, but I'm just gonna put that in as a number here. So let me subtract that. Yeah, we'll kind of see what I decide here because the more I put towards like investment or savings, the less I can put towards my loan. So right now I have about a little less than I have about $2,700 left over on a monthly basis to contribute towards my loans. So it is currently June right now, and I don't have that much to contribute this month because it's not like a normal month. Like I just started my job, so I don't have the full paychecks as I normally would get. My cat is staring at me like I'm crazy because I probably do look crazy. She's like, who are you talking to? And she looks like she's going to attack me. Don't attack me. Now she's purring. So I don't know what's wrong with her. She scares me a little bit. Okay, I'm going to move over to the side and put on the screen over here. I'm going to move this way because the cat's over there anyways. So I'm just going to screen record my little, what do you call this? Microsoft Excel. So basically, oh, my cat's licking me. Please stop. Why did it just blank what I was gonna say? So I started making like this Excel. Well, I made an Excel and it has like formulas and stuff on it. It doesn't look pretty or anything. I hope that in the future I can make an Excel spreadsheet or a Google Sheets that like looks good and has formulas and stuff in it, and then I can share it or sell it or something, depending on how much work I have to put into it. But right now this has like the formulas in it. It's just not very like aesthetic or anything, and it's just set up for me. Sorry, I never know if she's going to attack me or try to cuddle with me, so I'm always like on trying to save myself over here. So let me screen record now. I just started screen recording this here, and these numbers need to be fixed a little bit. Let me look at my paper that we just wrote. So it's at 21,157. So we just need to change, I think, this and the other one to that. 21,157 and 11 cents. And then this needs to be changed to 21,157 and 11 cents. I think what I did there was I had to add the interest for a month, but like, so that's actually more than what is owed. Like if I made the payment right now, it'll go down, I think. So I don't know, what was I thinking here? So I did plus 2 times G5. Oh, so I think I was adding up how many months until then, but now I don't need to do that since I'm just going to be starting right now this month, which is June. So I don't know why this one is switched and the other ones are written the opposite way. Why is it like that? I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to just take out this part of the formula, I think, here, because I don't need that because the month is starting right now. So I just put out a bunch of months here for now, but the goal is to pay it off by, I think, May or June of 2025, because that's when I will no longer really be rent free and will have more bills and such. So that is kind of my goal at this moment. So I think, let me look right now how much I was planning on contributing for this month. Like I said, it's not like a normal month right now, so I don't have a bunch of money to put towards it. I had an original plan, but right now we're kind of tweaking it because like right in this moment, you and me together, we are figuring it out, because I have some medical expenses coming up soon and I need to change and pivot towards that a little bit. I need to change and pivot a little bit towards that to make sure I can cover that. But based on what I have right now, I think I'm going to try to put 1,500 towards my loan this month, which isn't even the interest amount, which is terrible. Like that doesn't even cover how much has been gained in interest since I've gotten the loan. So that is there. So basically the way my formula works is that subtracts from the initial. I hope you guys can see my little mouse plus sign here on here, because if not, then I just look crazy. But like I have like the little the starting balance, how much you're putting towards it, which I put extra income, meaning like what is left over in my income that I can put towards this. And then this is the loan balance that it would be after subtracting from that. And then I added the monthly interest on top of that at the end, because every month it's going to continue to grow more interest. So I wanted to make sure I accounted for that to actually show hopefully a more accurate measurement of when it would be paid off. So that was kind of why I added that in, because some people just calculate based on the total and then divide by how much they can contribute each month, but it's not necessarily accurate because there's interest involved. So I think this is a little bit more accurate. So basically I just need to put in the amounts for the month and then it should show me when it will be paid off, which is nice. So starting July, actually July is a 3 paycheck month for me, so that is nice. But July is one of the months that I will have a pretty significant medical cost, I believe. So let me just see. I'm going to round down for these amounts because that makes me feel better. So I'm rounding to the nearest like 100 below that, just because worst comes to worst if I underestimated how much I'm going to spend or whatever. For July, I should have, so this is a lot of money. This would be really good if, I don't know how my medical expenses are going to fall, but I plan on planning for them in that month, even though they might not be due that month. I can just take that chunk out and kind of set it aside. So if I didn't have these medical expenses coming up, I could contribute 4,600 to my loan, which would be fantastic. But because of these medical expenses, I'm not sure how much they're going to actually cost. I am going to take, it's going to be more than that, but I'm going to take $3,500 towards it there. So $3,500 towards the loan, and then so that gives me like $1,100 to put towards that potential medical cost. It's going to be more than that, I'm pretty sure, but that's at least setting some money aside. And I also have like an emergency savings that I can pull from if I need to, or if the bill comes the following month, I can just, you know, decrease on what I'm putting towards my loan. It'll all work out in the end. Try not to stress over it too much. But it's good that I know that it's upcoming, so I can kind of like prepare myself. August is when my health insurance is probably going to start, so that I have to take into account here. But including health insurance, I should be able to contribute $2,500, and I will be able to contribute that for the next, those 3 months there, because that's when my loan payments are going to kick in. So loan payments are pretty hefty. So after that, I'll only have $1,000 left over, but I also have to consider the amount for minimum monthly that goes towards this loan. So let me see on my paper over here. So minimum monthly was $436 for this loan. So in here, we're going to put $1,436. $1,436. Keep actually typing a different thing. 1,430. Oh my goodness, $36. Oh my gosh, I can't type. Wait, was that right? I think I just deleted it for no reason. And then May, $1,436. That has me paying it off in May of 2024. I think I could do it sooner if I really put my mind to it. I think I could do it sooner. And there's other ways that I might be bringing in income. Like I do other things on the side that might allow me to increase the amount I'm bringing in. So that's where that is right now. I think I'm going to leave it at that there. So May is the target month for having this paid off. So it is June right now. So that shows it taking me a little less than 12 months basically to pay it off. About 12 months. So next year at this time, I should have that paid off, which will help significantly. $436 a month more will be a significant difference, and that will save me a lot of money in interest too, because imagine how much more money this would continue to grow and grow. So that's the goal right now for that. Let me stop screen recording here. Okay, let's move back to the middle here. So that's kind of the breakdown of how I plan to pay off my first loan. It's just kind of a stressor for me because of how much the minimum monthly payment is for that, plus just I don't know, it's a large amount of debt, and that'd be awesome if I could pay that off in a year. That's a pretty significant amount of money to pay off in a year, so it would be very good if I could do that. But it's definitely ambitious. We'll see how it goes, and I'm gonna continue to check in on this in my monthly videos. I started doing monthly resets where I kind of reset my whole life, but I'm thinking about making the financial part a separate video so I can continue to check in on my financial goals and all of that. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you're notified every time I post, and then you'll know when I post a new finance video. I post different videos too, but you can kind of keep an eye out for those ones if that's what you're interested in. So sadly, I can't pay off every single one of my loans this aggressively because there's other things in life. But after I pay off this loan, my focus will kind of be more on saving for a car, because the car I currently have, my parents got me when I was 16. Very grateful for that. It's paid off. I don't have to pay a car payment on it, but it is not the car that I want to drive forever. And I'm still going back and forth with myself on whether or not I want to get a newer car, not a new car, but like newer car that is going to cost me a decent amount, like more my dream car, but still not brand new, if that makes sense. Or if I want to just get like an old SUV. I haven't decided yet. I don't know what makes sense right now for me. I'm gonna see how I feel in the next couple months and how my car's doing. Like if maintenance stays low on it, I'm gonna obviously keep it for as long as I can. It would just be really nice if I could save up and get a car that I know will last me a long time. Now I'm just kind of getting off topic here. Anyways, I feel like we should end this video off by making my first payment on my loan if that's possible. I haven't even looked into if it will allow me to because I'm in my grace period right now. I know there are ways you can, like if you call, I'm sure they would figure out a way, but I want to see if I can do it right now. Let's pay my first amount on my loan ever together. We'll make my first payment together. I really hope it lets me, because if not, I'll be very upset. Oh, you guys can't even see my computer here. Let me bring the angle down. Okay, now you can actually see my computer. So I'm gonna go onto SoFi and log in. Actually, I'm not even sure how to work this. Oh, make a payment. I have to add in my bank account because I've never made a payment yet. Okay, I didn't even know that you have to like pick this certain loan. I guess that makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna put, what did I say, 1,500 towards it? Okay, let's see if it lets me even do this amount. It's probably gonna, hopefully my bank doesn't flag this. The format of the amount entered is invalid. Please use period format for currency amount. They were like, are you sure you don't mean 150 and not 1,050? Phoebe, why do you have to be cleaning yourself right there? My cat decided she's giving herself a bath right in the background of my video. $1,500 is the payment amount. Let me just double check one more time that I have that amount in my account. I know I do, but I just want to make sure. Yeah, okay. I guess we're gonna do it. We're putting, it doesn't let you pick if it goes towards the principal or what, but it's just showing me the principal amount. Okay, we're paying $1,500 towards my 5-year loan. That started at the 18,000, whatever. The one that's at 21,000, the one that I'm trying to pay off. Okay, payment review. Your payment may be processed as soon as same day you selected to make the payment. Blah, 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 blah. Payment amount. Okay, submit payment. Schedule payment confirmation. I made the payment. It's probably gonna take a little bit because it's a weekend, but that's okay. That was easy now that I know how to do it. Yay, we just made my first loan payment together. And it wasn't even that much, but at the same time, that's a lot of money that I just disappearing out of my bank account, but it feels good to put it towards that. So I think I'm going to like track on my Excel spreadsheet. Seriously, cat? Okay, let me just turn over here because I don't want her in the background. I'm just gonna mark it green like that month so I know I paid the amount that I wanted to, and I just got my payment confirmation, which is good. So yeah, I just colored it green because I paid that amount, and hopefully next month I can contribute as much as I'm hoping to towards it. Bless you. I think that was a great way to end off this video. We got a kickstart to paying off my student loans, so that's good. I'm excited for this journey. I'm happy that I'll be getting less stressed over my loans. I don't know why they hold so much power over me, but they just stress me out so much. So I know paying off this first one is going to be a big relief, and it's just gonna really make me feel better about my future, my finances in the future. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'm gonna be doing more finance related stuff. I recently got interested in finance like within the past year or so. So it's kind of one of my new special interests, you may say. So you'll probably see more videos like this, and I'll be doing probably monthly updates as well. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a like and comment down below. Interacting with my channel helps support me more, helps grow my audience a little bit more, bring more people to my channel. So I appreciate it whenever people decide to interact. Not specifically, what's the word for, not specifically, but I'm blanking on what that word is. That means like you would rather them do that. I hate my brain sometimes. Phoebe, what is that word that means you would rather them? Oh, I got it. Preferably. Preferably positive interactions. Preferably positive interactions. That's all I wanted to say. Okay, I think that's a sign the heat's getting to me. It's time for me to go so I can turn the AC back on. I think I'm kind of sweating. Anyways, that's all for today's video. If you do decide to stick around and subscribe, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.